Welcome back to episode 7 of the Arsenal Save, and up in today's episode we've got the round of 16 first leg in the Champions League away to Sevilla, and then we have the chance to win our second trophy of the first season here, the Carabao Cup final against Brentford. Also, that'll be Arsenal's first Carabao Cup win in 31 seasons. How long is that? Crazy. But that chance comes up in today's episode. Up first, though, is the Champions League round of 16 first leg. It seems an absolute age since we last played the last Champions League game against PSG, but we're back in the Champions League now, and hopefully we start off with a comfortable win in the first leg. Unfortunately, though, things haven't gone too well since the last episode, not in recent times at least, and we suffered back-to-back defeats in the Premier League, and now our lead is not so comfortable. We are still 7 points clear at the top, but Liverpool have a game in hand and Man City have a game in hand as well. This is why I did not celebrate too early, even after that fantastic episode we just had, beating Man City and Liverpool. Long way to go yet. We're still leading the top by 7 points, even 4 points if they win their game in hand, so we are still in commanding position, but suddenly it looks a lot more fragile, doesn't it? So, yeah, hopefully we lift that trophy come end of the season. Otherwise, I'll be absolutely devastated. This episode, though, is all about the Champions League and the Carabao Cup. We actually play in 3 different competitions before we play the Premier League again. We've got to play the FA Cup after then, so we shall see what happens. But the good news is we are still in every single competition at the moment. The Carabao Cup could be wrapped up in the episode. Hopefully it is. The FA Cup was still going strong. The Champions League was still in it, and the Premier League was still leading the league table. But we have taken a knock since the last episode. But also, there is 2 new signings to talk of at the club. One of them being Victor Osimhen. He's finally here with us. Finally, I got my man. But also, I signed Upamecano from Bayern Munich as well. Let's get to those transfers first of all then. Osimhen joined me on 7th of January, but he didn't play for the club until February because he was playing in AFCON with Nigeria. And of course, Nigeria went all the way to the final and they actually won the competition in the end as well, just for Osimhen to be gone as much time as possible. He has just scored his first goal for the club. His first couple of games weren't too great, but he has joined us from Napoli for £86 million. So it's great to finally have Osimhen at the club. As I said, he hasn't done too well at the start yet, but he has just scored his first goal for the club. An important goal as well against Chelsea. But he is here with us right now. Hopefully he starts hitting his stride very soon. He also hasn't been fully fit since he been playing here with us. Obviously, being at Africa Cup of Nations, he was very tired. So we haven't seen him at his fully fit yet. So hopefully when that happens, he'll be a goal machine for us. Also, I signed Upamecano from Bayern Munich for £60 million. £25 million up front, £35 million over 12 months. I could afford the £60 million all up front because the board decided to increase our transfer budget by £32 million. But at the time, I couldn't afford him fully up front, so I did the deal like that. A bit annoyed in the fact that I could afford him in the end. But anyway, he is here nonetheless. Upamecano hasn't started off too great, has to be said. 5 games in the league with a 6.68. Saying that, though, he has had some tricky games there in his 5 games, including Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea. So can't be too harsh on the boy, but I'm very happy to have him here. He's a very good ball-playing defender. As you can see, 16 passing in there, 16 composure as well. He's a quick defender as well. He's very strong. So I'm very happy to get Upamecano in. And for £60 million, it's quite a steal really when you think about it. He's an upgrade on Gabriel at centre-back. And now we've got 3 great centre-backs at the club with Upamecano, Saliba and Gabriel. So that is absolutely brilliant. So in terms of players who have left us, one player had to leave us to afford Upamecano, and that was Reiss Nelson. He has joined Napoli for £30 million, so they got some money from they spent some of the Victor Osimhen money on Reiss Nelson. He is now a squad player at the club. Not really much of a miss though, is he? Let's be honest. 24 years of age, uncapped by England. He's alright, he's a Premier League level player, but he's not an Arsenal level player, to tell the truth. He's a homegrown player at the club, so that was a good thing about him, but ultimately we need better players than Nelson, and we've signed Osimhen. Nelson's gone the other way. Happy days. Also, Ruel Waters, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his first name there. He's joined Brighton for £5 million, a youngster here at the club, but not much potential about him. 19 years of age now. I don't think he's going to be great in the future, to be honest. £5 million for him, quite happy with that. And also, Alain Kozida-Fawn has joined Leicester for 550k. So even after spending £146 million, we're very healthily under the wage budget. We've also got £21 million left to spend as well. So everything is good in terms of the finances, and we've strengthened the team. Nelson's left us, and Osimhen and Upamecano have joined us. So let's get to the recent results. And I've played quite a lot of games since the last episode. And it started off really well. Obviously, our last episode was just crazy amazing, let's be honest. Beating Man City home 5-2 and beating Liverpool away 2-1 was lovely. In both games, we went behind in the games as well, so that was even better. After that, we scored so many goals in a row, it was crazy. This period here from 20th of December until 30th of January, we absolutely run ragged in terms of goals scored. We beat Everton at home 5-0, having a good season, has to be said. 5 different goal scorers there. We then beat Leeds at home in the FA Cup third round 3-0. And then after that, my word, we played Middlesbrough at home in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. We beat them 8-1. 8-1 very comfortably. A hat-trick from Trossard in this game. A brace from Havertz as well. We then beat Wolves away 4-0 in the league. Saka with a brace in this game. And after that, we played Middlesbrough away from home in the second leg. We scored number 5. We won 5-3 in the second leg. So we won 13-4 on aggregate against Middlesbrough. 17 goals scored in just 2 games from both clubs. So, wow. That was one hell of a thriller in the Carabao Cup. I think it's safe to say we came out way on top, though. It was disappointing to see 3 goals, to be honest, to them in the second leg. But ultimately, we scored 13 goals over 2 legs against a championship team. That is very nice. After that, we had such a tricky game in the FA Cup fourth round. We faced Liverpool away from home. We drew the game 1-1 though and forced it to a replay. Before we played the replay, we played Nottingham Forest at home. We beat them 6-0 very comfortably. It was actually 6-0 up after 33 minutes. I didn't know what the scores would end up here. I thought we were going to get in double digits, to be honest with you. But unbeknownst to me, we didn't score a goal for the next 57 minutes. We scored 6 in 33, then none in 57. Doesn't make sense, does it? But anyway, we won the game 6-0 very comfortably. Then the bad time started. After beating Nottingham Forest at home 6-0, the results haven't been good enough, has to be said. We got our first defeat in the league since we lost at home to Liverpool 2-1. We lost away to Man City 1-0. Nothing to be ashamed of. Rafinha with the goal in the 23rd minute, but the first half definitely was something to be ashamed of. We were terrible in the first half. Absolutely awful. We finally started to create some chances towards the end, but unfortunately, none of those could go in the back of the net, and we lost our first game in about 3 months. So that was disappointing. We then beat Liverpool at home, though, in the FA Cup fourth round replay 2-0. So that was nice, through to the 5th round. But after that, back-to-back defeats in the Premier League. We got beat by Aston Villa. Again, they have done the double over us this season. They beat us 3-0 earlier in the season in our first away match of the season. And then they beat us again by 3 goals. They beat us 3-1 away from home. And now I'm fearing the worst in the Premier League after this defeat, to be honest. Luca Dean with 2 goals in the first half. Shocking. They went 3-0 up in the game. We were terrible in this game as well. The last 20 minutes, we finally started to wake up. And to be honest, we could have scored 3 goals. We could have scored 3 goals towards the end there. But unfortunately, we ran out of time. Odegaard got us a goal back. But shocking defeat there at home to Villa. Back-to-back defeats in the Premier League really opened the door for Liverpool and Man City. We managed to get a win at home to Brighton, but it was not easy. It took to the 62nd minute to get our first goal in the game. They scored immediately after that through Evan Ferguson, but thankfully we won a penalty and Saka scored from the penalty spot because I thought we might lose this game as well, to be honest. Again, we weren't good enough, but thankfully we got over the line. And just before the episode, I played Chelsea away from home. Drew the game 2-2, but disappointing because we were leading the game twice in the game. Chelsea were the better team in the game up until the last 15-20 minutes or so, when we really could have won the game. Saka hit the post, the inside of the post, in injury time. I thought that was the winner, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. Osimhen with his first goal for the club in this game. And in the grand scheme of things, the way the results have gone recently, to draw away to Chelsea isn't the most terrible result. So I guess we can't be too harsh on the team after that. But only 4 points picked up in the last 4 games. Liverpool have won 4 in a row. So we've effectively lost 8 points in terms of leading the league table. The good news is, though, our next 2 league games are away to Sheffield United, or rock bottom, and at home to Luton. And in those 2 game weeks, Liverpool have to face Tottenham away and Man City at home. So hopefully we can gain at least 3 points on Liverpool in those 2 game weeks there and start to feel a bit better about ourselves in terms of the Premier League. Plus 56 goal difference, though, is very nice. 65 points as well, of course. So effectively we're 8 points clear at the top because of our goal difference. But if Liverpool win their game in hand, we're only 4 points clear at the top. And lose another game, Liverpool win that in that game week, suddenly we're only 1 point clear at the top, and then the title race is completely open. At the moment, we still have a commanding lead. It would be nice, though, to build up that lead again over the next 2 game weeks, as I said. But this episode, however, is all about the Champions League and the Carabao Cup final. The Champions League is up first, away to Sevilla. And in terms of the team sheet, we've got Ramsdale in goal, White right back, Zinchenko left back, Gabriel and Upamecano centre backs, and we've got Rice, Jorginho and Odegaard in midfield, Saka on the right wing, Vieira on the left wing, and Osimhen up front. So unfortunately, there's been some poor performers of recent times, as you can see by the last 5 games here. No one is playing that well really, apart from Jorginho. He's been a great player this season, to be honest. Very underrated. In the league, he's played 20 games, got 3 goals and 6 assists from the DM position there, so he's doing really well still. Saka, the last 2 games, has scored 2 goals. He's done quite well. Gabriel Jesus has been terrible in recent times with a 6.54, absolutely awful. Tomiyasu hasn't been good enough recently as well. Declan Rice has been struggling, so everyone's been struggling really apart from Jorginho, and the team needs to do a lot better. In terms of injuries, well, Timber of course still injured, out for another 3 weeks to 2 months. Martinelli's out for a couple of weeks with pulled knee ligaments. Smith Rowe's been out for a few weeks as well. He's back in 5 days, and Saliba is suspended for today's game. So hopefully we start off the episode with a nice win away to Sevilla. A 1-goal win will do me. At home. Surely we're going to beat Sevilla. If we lose the first leg though, I really am starting to fear our season. Before we get started with this first game though, guys, please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. If you're still watching at this point, then surely you must like the video. So do me a favour and hit that like button. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and it'd be much appreciated. So let's get going then, away to Sevilla. A team who are very strong in Europe, has to be said, especially the Europa League, of course. They just absolutely boss the Europa League, don't they? This is the Champions League, though, and if you compare the 2 teams, really our team's a lot better. So there's no excuses then to get through them over 2 legs, to be honest. A draw or any sort of win in the first leg, I will take. The way things are going recently, to be honest. Before the last month, we were just absolutely possessed and smashing everyone in sight. But the last month has been quite difficult for us, let's be honest. But anyway, we're on the highlight here, and we're on the front foot. Here's Vieira, who's been brilliant, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. Off the bench and starting the games in the Premier League this season. He's been unbelievable, Vieira. Unbelievable. That's why he gets a nod here today. And he passes to Odegaard, but he does some sort of dummy. And now Jorginho's got the ball. He's had a great season as well. And he scored again, Jorginho. Lovely, lovely goal from him. And he's had a great season, as I said. When everyone else has been fading, he's been consistently doing well in the league and other competitions as well. And in the first leg here, he has scored the first goal. We're 1-0 up after just 6 minutes in the game. Jorginho with the goal. 25 yards out? 30 yards out? Lovely start. Lovely start to the round of 16 here. Hopefully more to come. Can we get the tie over in the first leg away to Sevilla? That would be very nice, wouldn't it? Here's Zinchenko. That's a penalty, isn't it? Jesus Navas, the veteran, the Sevilla legend, tackling Osimhen there, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty to us. If it's a foul in the box, it's a 99% chance it's a penalty. It is a penalty. Saka to take the penalty. He scored one against Chelsea. He also scored one against Brighton as well. Can he score again? He can. Get in there. Get in there. 12 minutes in, and we have a commanding lead in the round of 16 already. Long way to go yet, but this is more like it. This is more like the Arsenal we love to see. The last month has been difficult, but could this game spark us back into action? Hopefully. Hopefully. Back on the highlight again, 17 minutes in. Here's Jorginho. He passes it to Vieira, starting on the left here today. Normally plays on the right. Suso kicks the ball out to a Campos. Heads it into no man's land though. Then we had the ball back again. Here's Upamecano. First time seeing him in an episode. Here's Gabriel. And there's Jorginho. Back to Upamecano. There's Declan Rice to Jorginho. Osimhen's on his bike. No one's found him though. Vieira's there though. Osimhen's got to be a goal. Here's a goal. 3-0. Get in. Wow. Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're officially back. Hopefully we're back anyway. We need to see more in the Premier League, to be honest. That's the most important thing right now. Because we can't blow the Premier League title. Not after being 12 points clear at the top. After 20 games. We can't blow the Premier League title. I will never live that down. Ever in my life. So hopefully we get back to winning ways in the Premier League. And we start to extend our lead. But in the Champions League, things are going really well at the moment. We're 3-0 up already after 25 minutes against Sevilla. So looking very, very good. Very, very good. A 3-goal lead is very, very nice taking into the second leg. I think that's pretty much saying that we're going through to the quarterfinals. So hopefully we stick to the 3-goal lead at least. Any other goals from this point is a massive bonus, of course. Here is Osimhen to Zinchenko. Back to Osimhen. Zinchenko has it. Fabio Vieira. Will he score? Osimhen scores. Is he offside? Doesn't look like it. Wow. Wow, what a walk in the park this is. Why on earth was I nervous about Sevilla? I have no idea. We're 4-0 up after 33 minutes. Osimhen with another goal. He's now scored 3 goals in 2 games, so it looks like he's finding his feet here at Arsenal. That is great to see because Gabriel Jesus has been nothing short but useless in recent times. So Osimhen firing on all cylinders is very, very nice. That is what we signed him for, to hit the ball in the back of the net. And Fabio Vieira again with a brilliant game. 2 assists from him in the game so far. He's been amazing. Absolutely immense. 4-0 at half time. I wasn't quite expecting that, to be honest. What a start to the Champions League this is. Yeah, talking of Fabio Vieira, his record this season has been crazy. Look at that. Only 5 starts in the Premier League. 5 starts. 22 in total with 8 goals and 7 assists. Wow. What a player. What a player. In total, he's got 9 goals and 12 assists in just 13 starts throughout the season. So that is how good Vieira has been in the season. It's just unfortunate the fact that he's got Martinelli, Odegaard and Saka ahead of him. But to be honest, he's easing his way into the team, into the starting 11. He's been that good. Martinelli has been good this season, but not as good as Vieira. Saka's been very good and Odegaard's been very good as well. So Martinelli needs to look over his shoulder and watch out for Vieira, that is for sure. Anyway, straight from kickoff in the second half, we have a highlight again. Can we make it 5-0? Osimhen for his hat-trick. It should be his hat-trick, let's be honest. It should be his hat-trick, but we will forgive him. We will forgive him. Well, I think it's safe to say, unless something completely disastrous happens from this point, we are going through to the quarter-final. I was expecting us to go through to the quarter-final, but you have to be a little bit nervous when you see the recent results, don't you? Here's Jorginho for his second goal of the game. He gets his second goal of the game. We are now leading Sevilla 5-0 away from home. I'm going to say it. We're going through to the quarter-final. I don't think we need to see any more highlights anymore. Let's go to only commentary. This game is done. This game is done. Well, we've got the Carabao Cup final coming up, and we're leading Sevilla 5-0 away from home, so I think we can make some changes here. Osimhen can come off. We'll bring on Jesus. Hopefully he can get a goal and get his confidence up. Odegaard can come off as well. We'll bring on Havertz for him. White's tired. Take him off. Let's bring on Cedric. And let's bring on Tomiyasu for Zinchenko as well. And one more change. Let's take off Declan Rice. And let's bring on Trossard. And let's put Havertz as a DM there. Trossard on the left and Vieira in the attack midfield. 5 substitutions with half an hour to go. I wasn't quite expecting that, but we are leading Sevilla 5-0 away from home. Well, it's 5-1 now, sorry. They've just scored. Obviously, I've got only commentary on. That's why there was no highlight. But they've literally just scored Sevilla. Was it Goodell who scored the goal? It was, but don't really have to fear right now. We're still leading the tie by 4 goals, so that is all good. That is all good. Never mind, boys. Never mind. Well, less than 15 minutes to go here. Sevilla have been better in the second half, but we're still leading the tie by 4 goals here. 10 minutes to go now. Will there be any more goals in the game? Can we get that 5-goal cushion again? That'd be nice. Not that it matters too much. We're going through to the quarter-final, obviously, unless something ridiculous happens in the second leg. Like 3 players get sent off after 1 minute or something. Well, let's change back to key highlights. Get ready for the next game there. The Carabao Cup final, of course. My word, Jorginho almost scored there. We've got a corner now. Will we get that 6th goal in the game? That 5-goal cushion again. Trossard to take the corner. He crosses it in. It's cleared though. But Meccano's there. Vieira, shoot Vieira. Jesus! Oh, Jesus. Could have been his goal to get his confidence back. Obviously, we'd like to see Jesus back firing on all cylinders, but good job we got Osimhen now as well. But anyway, what a game that is. What a first leg for us that is. I wouldn't think we're going to win this game 5-1. I know we're a better team than Sevilla, but to beat them 5-1 away from home is quite nice, let's be honest. And I think it's safe to say we're going through to the quarter-final. Well, is that us back to our best? We shall see. Let's see how we do domestically. The Carabao Cup final coming up very, very shortly. The chance for us to win our first piece of silverware in that competition for 31 seasons. Well, we're not quite at the game yet, but there's one game that I really want to keep an eye on right now, and that is Tottenham versus Liverpool. This is the only time I'm asking Tottenham to win. Tottenham, please win for us. We love you, Tottenham. Come on, you Spurs. Hopefully they beat Liverpool at home for us, and hopefully we extend our lead at the top when we play our next game. So let's fingers crossed here for Spurs. I know some of you might be Arsenal fans, but for once, just cheer on Spurs for me, okay? Let's go. Well, Tottenham being the same old Tottenham. They lost 2-0 at home to Liverpool. They probably did it on purpose, let's be honest, or they're just useless. Mo Salah with 2 goals in the game. Romero got sent off as well later on, but that's not good for us because now our lead is down to 4 points. in the league, and that was one of the two games I was hoping Liverpool to drop points in. Now I'm hoping that Man City beat them away from home, although they're not completely out of the title race, so title race isn't looking too good for us right now. Saying that though, if we do go on a little winning streak again, maybe we can see Liverpool drop some points and our lead extend even further. So let's not get too disheartened, but I was hoping for a Tottenham win there, or a Tottenham draw at least, and prevent Liverpool picking up 3 points. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Back to us then. Brentford in the Carabao Cup final coming up next. Well, here we are. It's time for the Carabao Cup final. Our chance to win this competition for the first time in 31 seasons since the year I was born. That's how long ago Arsenal won the Carabao Cup. And also, this will be our second trophy of the season as well, after winning the Community Shield. Just looking here at our route to the final, and we've been it's been quite easy for us to get through to the final, let's be honest. We beat Portsmouth 5-3 in the third round, then beat Fulham 2-0 in the fourth round. We managed to beat Aston Villa 6-0 in the quarter-final. Can't do that against them in the league though, can we? Losing twice in the league, but in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, we absolutely destroyed them 6-0. And in the semi-final, we got 13 goals over 2 legs against Middlesbrough, winning the tie 13-4. Let's look at Brentford's route to the final then. Well, Brentford beat Burnley 3-2 on aggregate in the semi-final, so just edged them out. They also just edged out Nottingham Forest 3-2 in the quarter-final. They scored 3 against Birmingham as well in the fourth round. They beat Millwall 2-0 in the second round and beat Huddersfield in the second round 1-0. So, yeah, it's not like they had a difficult road to the final, to be honest. There's all games that are very winnable for Brentford. The first 3 rounds they played against championship teams, then Nottingham Forest, then Burnley. So it's not like they've beaten anyone significant to get to this point. Nor have we, to be honest, though. We haven't beat anyone significant. We beat Aston Villa 6-0 at home. We beat Middlesbrough. We beat Fulham and Portsmouth. So both of us haven't really had a giant killing on our way here. But we both deserve to be in the final, and hopefully we can lift the trophy. Just to see the past winners here. We haven't been in the final since 2018, and we haven't won the competition since 1993, when they beat Sheffield Wednesday in the final. That's how long ago it was. Arsenal versus Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup final. So hopefully we can get our hands on that competition again. I'm expecting us to. Brentford in the Carabao Cup final. In terms of the team sheet, only one change from that Sevilla win that we just had there. Saliba comes back into the team to replace Gabriel in centre-back. He hasn't been great this season, though, Saliba. As you can see there, over 6.9 average rating. He's been quite disappointing, really. He's obviously still a great centre-back, best centre-back in the club, but he needs to do better in this terms of his average rating, because he's absolutely amazing in real life. Hopefully he can become amazing as well in this virtual universe. He's still only 22 years of age, though, so give him time. Hopefully next season he'll have a much better season. Although he hasn't had a poor season, I do expect better from him. Also, in terms of the forward options, got some tired players there. Odegaard and Nossen are tired, but I'm not changing them. Those 4 have done well in the last couple of games, so hopefully they keep it up. Also, David Raya, I was hoping to play him here against his former team in the Carabao Cup final, but obviously it's not his former team as of yet. It's still technically his team. He's only on loan here, and he's ineligible for the final. But Brentford in the Carabao Cup final, surely we have to win this one. Our first Carabao Cup win for 31 seasons. Well, here we go. We were great there against Sevilla, scoring 5 against them away from home, but domestically, we haven't been great in recent times, only winning 1 of the last 4, and that was just beating Brighton 2-1 at home, thanks to a Saka penalty. So I'm not getting too confident here, not getting too confident at all. It looks like the English teams are starting to figure us out a little bit, so let's not say the trophy's won before we've even played the final, shall we? I think Ivan Toney is back from his suspension now as well. And here is Brentford on the highlight, 4 minutes in. As I said, domestically it hasn't been going too great in recent times. It's Collins with the ball, but Saliba with a nice header, he heads it out to Saka. Suddenly we're on the attack now. Go on, Saka. Boy wonder himself. What a player. Bit of a hit and miss this season, Saka. You know, he's had some very poor games, but his good games have definitely outweighed his poor games, let's be honest. So overall he's had a great season. I'm not liking the look of this start, to be honest with you. Not at all. And Wissa almost scoring there in the first 5 minutes. So, oh my word. Said domestically, not good enough. Not good enough. They got a corner now as well. Jan out with all the space in the world. Wow. That could be 1-0. Brentford have started off on the front foot. We're yet to have a shot in the game. Terrible. What is going on in domestic competitions at the moment for us? What is going on, boys? Wake up. It's Brentford on the highlight again. What's happening? It's Visser again. To Sharda. It's 1-0. Oh my word, it should be 1-0. What on earth is going on? What on earth is going on? Upamecano preventing a goal there for Brentford. What is happening in this first 15 minutes though? We have been so good this season. I'd go even far as to say that we've been probably the best team in the world in the first half of the season. We've been that good. No one's compared to us. But in recent times, we really have fallen off a cliff at the moment. We definitely can salvage our season though. Definitely can, but the start of this Carabao Cup final is not looking good for us. What on earth is going on? 20 minutes into the final, we're still yet to have a shot in the game. Wow, we finally had a shot in the game, but just one shot. Are we starting to wake up? Maybe. I'm still not happy though. It's never a good sign when your goalkeeper is the best player on the pitch, is it? Is this a highlight for us? A corner? Oh my, what? What? I was about to celebrate because I was 100% sure that was in the back of the net there from Saliba, but apparently it was cleared off the line. We've got another corner though. This time Aya clears it, only as far as Jorginho. Now it's Odegaard with the ball. And for some reason, with players in the box, we decided to go back. Why? Still on the highlight though. Ben White's with the ball. To Rice. Rice! Wow, we should be leading the game right now. But the good news is we finally started to wake up towards the end of the first half. But I'm still not happy with that first half of football. Terrible start to the game. Come on, boys. What on earth's going on? As I said, domestically. I never get too happy or too excited when I beat a team in the European competition because domestically it's completely different. And at the moment we're struggling. We really are struggling. Saka's had an absolutely terrible game, by the way. Absolutely terrible with 6.1 there. So he's coming off the pitch. Saka, you have to come off, mate. And I'll bring on Jesus. Put Vieira on the right, Jesus on the left. Jorginho's been terrible as well. So we'll take Jorginho off, bring on Partey, and put Rice as the DM. 60 minutes in, it's still 0-0 in the game. If we lose this final, I'll be absolutely devastated the way it's opened up for us. Can we get that goal? Can we get that goal in the game? Can we get our confidence back in the domestic games? Rice with a shot. Shock. You know, Declan Rice has had the second most shots in the league this season, which is very bizarre. Only Erling Haaland had more shots than Rice, which is very, very strange to me. Why is he shooting so much? I don't know. Anyway, it's Vieira to Odegaard. How has he missed that? Unmarked, like 6 yards out, and Odegaard's put it straight into Flecken's hands. Oh my word. Vieira wins the ball back there nicely though. Here's Partey. We are looking firmly like the better team in the game now, but have we left it too late to win in 90 minutes? Here's Rice. To Odegaard. It goes to Jesus. Come on. Oh. We get it back though, and Partey's there to score his 5th goal of the season. We finally break the deadlock in this game. It has been coming in the second half, and thankfully Partey gets us that goal. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get a second goal here quite quickly. Come on. Jesus, I don't know if he was shooting there or he's trying to pass it to Osimhen. Luckily, De Silva dwelled on the ball and Partey was there to hit it into the back of the net. Gets in. Partey was gone as well for about a month through AFCON with Ghana, of course. He's now retired from international football. Odegaard's very tired. Oh my word, we just scored again. I did ask for 2 goals back to back and we've just scored again. Just as I was about to make some changes there. It looks like Zinchenko has scored it. Let's see the replay here. Gets in. It comes from a free kick. Vieira free kick to Partey. Zinchenko there. He just shoots. It goes into the back of the net. Now suddenly we're in a commanding position. That is more like it, boys. That is more like it. Got a highlight straight from kickoff as well. I will make my changes though. Odegaard can come off. He's tired. Let's bring on Havertz for him. And who else is tired here? Who needs a rest? I'm going to take off Ben White. He's had a good game. We'll bring on Tommy Asu for him. Second half is looking a lot better for us. A lot better. And suddenly we scored 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. And now we've got a commanding lead here in the final. If Brentford score from this highlight though, it's game on again. But they have been poor since the first 20 minutes of the game. And suddenly we're looking more like ourselves. With Meccano with nice composure there. Showing off his 16 composure. Can we get a 3rd goal in the game? No, we can't because Jesus with a terrible first touch there. And here are Brentford again. Here's Flecken. The man who replaced David Raya. who can't play in this final because he is ineligible. Good job we got Ramsdale though, isn't it? Anyway, here come Brentford. Ramsdale with a great save. Just talking about the guy, and he puts out a strong hand there to deny De Silva. Remain on the highlight. Here's Osimhen. I was hoping for someone to make a run through the middle there. Osimhen could have found him. Well, 13 minutes to go. We're back on the highlight. We've got one hand on the trophy as it stands, but Brentford are not giving up too easily here. Here's Damsgaard. Oh, wow. So close there. So close. They've been kind of unlucky in the game, Brentford, to be honest. They haven't created too many chances, but the ones they have created have been quite big chances. They could have easily scored a goal or two in the game. This hasn't been completely convincing by us, but as I said, the second half's been a lot better, and we're looking more like ourselves in the second half. For the first time in about 5 games, really, because the last 4 games domestically, we've got a win and a draw in there, but haven't been like ourselves at all. 58% possession for Brentford as well. That's definitely not like us. But anyway, 5 minutes to go. We're leading the game 2-0. Are we going to win the Carabao Cup for the first time in 31 seasons? We've got another highlight here, a third goal, and we seal the title. Can we get it? Here's Partey. Zinchenko for his second goal in the game. It is his second goal in the game. Get in there. We have won the Carabao Cup. Come on. Come on. Zinchenko with 2 goals. Partey with a goal and 2 assists as well. Wow. Come on. Second half a lot better. It opened up for Zinchenko there. He has to score that. Has to score that. Just completely on the plate for him. Who is man of the match? Zinchenko or Partey? We're looking for a 4th goal here. I think it's safe to say we've won the competition. We've got bigger fish to fry this season though. So I am very happy about it, but I'm not going to settle for a Carabao Cup and a Community Shield the way the league has gone so far. Here's Havertz. Can he get the 4th goal? No, oh my word. Should be a 4th goal. Is it a 4th goal? I don't know what's going on. Blocks all over the place. Bodies all on the line there for Brentford. I don't think it's going to matter though, because that is the trophy for us. We have won the Carabao Cup for the first time since 1993 and our second trophy of the season. Only our second possible trophy of the season as well. So that is great viewing as well. We're still going strong in the league. We're still in the Champions League. And we're still in the FA Cup as well. So is the quintuple on the cards here in the first season? Well, I'm expecting that we're going to get knocked out of one competition. But at the moment, we are on to win 5 trophies. And that is absolutely brilliant. That is 2 out of 2 now. The Community Shield and the Carabao Cup. The first half was abysmal. But the second half, we look more like ourselves. Get in. Well, it's nice to see that message pop up in your inbox. Arsenal celebrate a double on the 25th of February 2024. That is very, very nice to see, let's be honest. So yeah, in the end, a lovely episode for us. Beat Sevilla away 5-1 very comfortably, like playing a pub team there. Terrible from them. And then we just beat Brentford in the Carabao Cup final 3-0. The first half was abysmal, but in the second half, the 2 heroes, Zinchenko and Partey, won us the Carabao Cup. And that is absolutely fantastic. So that's now 3 wins out of the last 4 games. Is this us slowly creeping back to our best? Hopefully it is. We've got Norwich away from home next in the FA Cup 5th round. And then we play Sheffield United away, Luton at home, and Sevilla at home. So hopefully that'll be 6 wins in a row in all competitions. Back to our best for the big games coming up, away to West Ham, home to Tottenham, and away to Man United. In terms of the next episode though, guys, I think I'm going to bring you back for the Champions League quarter-final. We haven't quite completed the round of 16 yet, but the fact that we're taking a 5-1 lead to the Emirates Stadium, I think it's safe to say we're going through to the quarter-final. If I don't bring you back for the quarter-final, then something very bizarre and disastrous has happened in the second leg, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. In terms of the Champions League quarter-final, I did just check the dates, but I've forgotten already. Let's check it out here. I know it's in April. We have a look at the schedule here. Yeah, look, 9th of April and the 16th of April will be the Champions League quarter-final first leg and second leg. So that will take place just before and after the Brentford at home game in the league. The team we just beat in the Carabao Cup final, of course. So I think I'll bring you back for a triple header there. Whoever we get in the quarter-final and Brentford in their league as well. Who can we get in the quarter-final, by the way? Let's have a look at some of the teams here. Well, Leipzig have a good lead over Man United. PSG and Man City are all to play for. Either one of them is not very good, is it? AC Milan, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan. Wow, what a game that must have been. Newcastle 3, Real Madrid 5. Atletico Madrid beating Porto 3-0 and Dortmund versus Celtic. To be honest, looking at the teams we have here, I would favour the winner of the Dortmund and Celtic game, to be honest. That is very favourable for us in the quarter-final. But let's be honest, we could get any of these teams. We could get Man City. We could get Bayern Munich, we could get Real Madrid. We don't know as of yet, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we could get Dortmund, or hopefully Celtic can come back and we get them in the quarterfinal. That'd be very, very nice. But at the moment, it doesn't really matter because the way we've played so far in the Champions League has been very, very good. So we shouldn't really have to fear anyone, but I'd rather avoid the likes of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and Man City, to be honest. But that will take place in the next episode, guys. Got some big games coming up before then. Hopefully we do nothing stupid against these poorer teams in the league. And maybe we can pull off an upset and beat Man United away from home. If we take 12 points out of a possible 15 from the next... Well, we take 13 points more like, actually. 13 points from the next possible 15 in the league. I'll be fairly happy with that. Hopefully Liverpool, Man City might draw their next game. Or Man City can beat Liverpool as well. And that will open up the league title for us again. We shall see. But in terms of the next episode, guys, I'll bring you back for that treble header. Whoever we get in the Champions League quarter-final, both legs, and Brentford at home in the league as well. And that's the end of the video, guys. Please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and it's much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.